Do me a favor and go home already, will you? No, I want to see the boss of the Navi squad. Take me to Don Atticus. Like I said, kid, the boss told me not to let any outsiders pass these gates. That includes you. I don't care. I'm not leaving till you let me talk to Don Atticus. Give me a break, you little doofus. The people over there seem to be arguing about something. What do you want to do? I'll go say hello. Huh? Oh great, here comes another rando to ruin my day. I didn't think grunt work for Team Star newbies would be this much of a chore. Hold on, Mr. Grunt. I think this boy might be EK. Wait, EK? That kid who picked a fight with Team Star? Yes. I knew it. Oh boy, this ain't good. Everyone else in the base is still asleep since we were up last night playing video games. Leave them to me, Mr. Grunt. I'll buy some time for you to wake up the others. Yeah, what's in it for you? Don Atticus will be in danger if no one's here to defend the base. I owe that man my life. He's my dear compadre. And when crisis calls, one has no choice but to rally to those dear to him, no matter the cost. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, kid, but thanks for the big assist. Alright, you villain. If you're after Don Atticus, be prepared to face my wrath. I'm not afraid of you. Let's see if I should be. Okay, a gulpin. Level 30. I'm thinking I should be fine. Strudel is a poison normal type. I talk big, but I'm no warrior. Don Atticus, I'm sorry I failed you. Are you alright? I was standing and watch when I heard a ruckus all of a sudden. I was worried that maybe something had happened to you over here. No fair. You had backup this whole time. He didn't do anything. This boy, one of the academy students, he doesn't look like he's from Team Star. You're right, I'm not a member of Team Star, but Don Atticus is my compadre. I have to see him no matter what. Well, clearly you have your reasons for being here. I'd like to ask this boy some questions. You go ahead and get started on the base. Might I borrow you for a chat? My man? Don't worry, I won't bite. Nice work dealing with the guard. Within that base lies Team Star's poison crew, the Navi squad. Their boss, Atticus, designs the outfits for the team. You could say he has clever hands. The guy is also a bit of an eccentric. You can never tell what he's going to do next. So since it's beyond us to predict how he'll respond to our declaration of war, just take out as many of the squad's Pokemon as you can until Atticus shows his face. Ring the bell on the gate once you're ready to kick off this phase of the operation. Time to wipe the Navi squad off the map. So looking at my party, I think Tinkaton can go in and fight too, since she is a steel type. Seems the folk behind Operation Starfall are finally making a move against our base. You know what that means, gang. Time for us to shine bright and avenge our teammates. And hey, little intruder, just so you know, you've got the skills to defeat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes. Our boss might deem you worthy to meet in person. Break a leg. Didn't think about ghost types. That is not stopping you though. And this should be it. Pray forgive my sudden entry. 'Tis I, Atticus. You're that scoundrel EK, I take it. You have some nerve bearing your things at Team Star. Come then, villainous wretch. A plunge into grim poison shall be your well-deserved fate. On guard. He must have been in theater at the academy. Yep, there goes my plan. Naught but punishment awaits thee, wretch. A plague on your house. Much shot should do the trick. Certain moves can poison with mere graze. Tremble, scoundrel, for thy Pokemon's sake. I think you should. Now to fight the car. I'm thinking I should be good. Oh, it has 2? No, it has 4 Pokemon. think that's the first time I've seen multiple Pokemon besides just the car. But then again, this is like the third base that I fought. I know that was quite effective. I am gonna need to heal up. So we'll see what happens right now. I might need to sacrifice the heal. You think to give me a taste of my own poison? Fie. I will fight till the bitter end. Now I'm fighting the car. I'm kind of surprised I'm not faster. I think Clodsire is probably the better one for this. The poison is going to take it out, yeah. I knew there was no saving it. I should be faster, and I'm gonna do this just cuz. Its speed is harshly falling, and I'm still not faster. Forgive me, my friends. Flashback time. Forgive me. It took a goodly time to procure the required materials. Whoa, sick. These boots are insane. Ah, yes. The move Flame Charge was my muse for those particular pieces. This outfit is everything I imagined it would be. Thank you so much. I merely wish to create a costume worthy of the great Infernal Eerie. If it aligns with your vision, then I am content. Seems our outfit upgrades are all wrapped up then. Thanks a ton, Atticus. With you two looking like absolute beasts, anyone who crosses us will be sweating bullets. You're so good at the sport of crafty things, Atticus. Those people bullying you because you geeked out over old-fashioned stuff are out of their minds. The way of the ninja is rough and fraught with thorns. I neither expect nor desire sympathy from the refined rabble. Oh, someone's getting fired up. Watch out, world. Our Atticus has fighting words. Yeah, don't listen to the haters, Atticus. I think you're really cool. Alright, gang. Let's move on to the next step. It's time to put our backs into our battle training so we're all prepped for Operation Star. We gotta be stronger than everyone else in the team. That's what being a boss means. Indeed it does. Henceforth, I will devote my heart and soul to honing my battle skills. For the sake of the team, I would give my very heart and soul, but I cannot defy the rules. Our code must be obeyed. And so this badge is mine to keep no more. I entrust it to thy care. Take this contraption too. It contains a technique that allows one to cover its foes in gunk. Is it gunk shot? Yeah. EK is thy name, is it not? You have utterly bested me, but thy victory stirred no bitterness within me. Such was its brilliance. Don Atticus, my compadre. It seems this little fella has been dying to speak with you face to face. Don Atticus, please hear what I have to say. I only need a moment. Whatever brought you all the way here? I came to help you. If you don't start going to class again, you'll be expelled from the academy, right? When the other kids at school and I were getting bullied real bad, you and the rest of Team Star saved us. Thanks to that operation you carried out, we are all able to go to school again. If you got expelled for being the good guys, that'd be the worst thing ever. Forgive me. Haven't you heard anything from the big boss? Nay, we've heard not a whisper since that fateful day. Without the big boss, Team Star cannot carry on. And without the team, the bright and merry student life we seek lies beyond our reach. We've no choice but to defend our bases till the big boss returns to us. You evidently trust this big boss of yours a great deal. Who exactly are they? In truth, not one of us has met them in the flesh. But their own word, they are a recluse, as with the rest of us. 'Twould seem Bully was to blame. That's awful. Though their name and face be unknown to us, they are nonetheless our precious comrade. Our only choice is to maintain our vigils from the bases, awaiting the day of their return. So that's why you don't go to school. But still, don't ever think that Team Star is all you have, Don Atticus. You've got a lifelong compadre in me, and don't you forget it. My compadre. I owe you a great debt. It seems we're one step closer to the truth behind Team Star's truancy and the bullying at the academy. But more importantly, I can't believe I had no idea about these issues the students were struggling with. They have friendships that hold dear and reasons for acting as they do. I just couldn't see it. It's shameful how oblivious I've been. I believe Team Star to be the one and only treasure in my life. Methinks I may have been mistaken. It's me. Atticus Star badge is now yours then. I see. Now that its boss has been taken down, the Navi squad's days are numbered. Now Atticus, too. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind right now. So Operation Starfall. You've taken down all but 2 bases, so it's fair to say it's going well. This seems like a good time to let you know what we're ultimately aiming to achieve. Our final goal is to defeat the mastermind that first recruited the 5 squad bosses and created Team Star, the one they call the Big Boss. Who's this Big Boss? Who knows? They control the 5 squad bosses from the shadows. That's all anyone can say. If we defeat this person and get them to declare the team disbanded, that'll be it for Team Star. Since the Big Boss never set up their own base and keeps their identity hidden, I take it they're not one for the spotlight. But since all the squad bosses are out of action, the Big Boss will finally have to take the stage. Now about your reward. I'll transfer you some LP over the phone as promised. Yes. You've said this a lot. Hey there. That sounded like a pretty serious phone call. I wasn't talking to you. So that mastermind you were talking about, Cassiopeia's mentioned them to me, too. Team Star's founder, the person who's caused all kinds of misery at the Academy. If we don't take them down, I'll lose what I treasure most in the world. You'll lose your treasure? No. That's right. You need your reward. Here. Take it before I forget. Alright. Well, I'll be off then. Oh, and EK, don't lose to those guys.